Hi, friends. Welcome back to the podcast. If you're new here, this is the perfect time because we went through a little rebrand. And if you've been here before, you might notice things look a little bit different, including the name. This used to be the Glow and Let Go podcast, but now it is called Glowing Anyway. After some time away, I realized I needed to kind of shake things up just to reflect more of like who I am and where I want this podcast to go. So I created this new one for you, and I have such exciting things planned, topics to talk about. I am so excited for this fresh start. So, officially, welcome to Glowing Anyway podcast. I am your host, Liz Haley. And when I first started this podcast as Glow and Let Go, I knew the vision that I had, but I kind of was just figuring it out as I went. I didn't really have a game plan. Now I got a game plan. So buckle up because we're ready to go. I wanted to inspire and connect with other young moms, but at some point I felt like I was trying too hard to be motivational all the time, which isn't really me. I'm a very like humorous, bubbly, I have a big personality. So trying to be like super motivational all the time was just exhausting because in reality, I'm a little bit of a hot mess. And I think a lot of other moms out there can relate to that. As much as we try to have it all together, we don't. A lot of us do not. As much as I love a good pep talk, which we will still have occasionally, I like to keep it real, to vent about the chaos, to talk about the craziness that is motherhood, and realize that sometimes thriving is literally just surviving, and that's okay. So I took a break, and during that time, I realized I didn't want to just let go. I wanted to glow through it all, even in the mess, even when life isn't picture perfect, because we're not always thriving, but we're glowing anyway, because we're moms and we get that shit done. So, this podcast is for young moms, single moms, all moms, any mom trying to figure it all out. It's about the real, unfiltered side of motherhood, the drama, the stories, the laughs, the little wins, the hilarious fails, and the stuff that makes it all worth it. We're going to talk about things that don't always make the highlight reel and that most people probably wouldn't share. Things like mom guilt, dating as a single mom, and we're going to talk about why self care sometimes means just locking yourself in the bathroom with snacks or hiding. So, if you're here for an honest conversation, a good laugh, to just feel relatable and have that kind of support that feels like a bestie who just gets it, you're in the right place. We'll have episodes where I share my own experiences. That'll probably be most of it. I'll bring in some guests who will share theirs, and we'll have a few Q&A episodes where you guys get to ask all your burning questions. For what's next, we are going to have episodes out bi-weekly, and then you can connect with me on Instagram and TikTok at Glowing Anyway Pod. Also on YouTube at Glowing Anyway Pod. And I want to hear from you guys. What are your hilarious stories that we all need to hear? Your relatable mom moments? What are some questions that you have, advice you need? This is just a community for all moms to feel like we're connected and we get it. I am so excited for this next chapter of the podcast. And I'm even more excited to have you all here with me now and via video format. This is brand new. So if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I really hope you enjoy this new version of the podcast. And I'm so excited for this next chapter. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next episode.